Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Logic Medico. Today's interesting topic for presentation is palatoglossus. It is one of the tongue muscle. So if you're new to my channel, kindly subscribe to my channel and press the bell button to get the latest notification of the videos. Let's start with palatoglossus. For that, just a brief introduction about the tongue. The tongue has got two lateral margins, a tip and a root. Upper surface which is called dorsal surface and the lower surface will be called as ventral surface. So the tongue has got two types of muscles. Basically, the extrinsic muscle which begins from one or the other bone of the skull and ultimately reaches the tongue. It alters the position of the tongue with respect to other bones. They are called as extrinsic muscles. Whereas intrinsic muscles are those muscles which are there within the tongue, which alters the shape and contour of the tongue. So let's start with the extrinsic muscles. The names of them are palatoglossus, from palate to the tongue. What is today's topic? Other muscles are styloglossus, from styloid process to the tongue, styloglossus. Genioglossus, from superior genial tubercle of mandible to the tongue. Hyoglossus, from the hyoid bone to the tongue. So today's topic is palatoglossus, and it is one of the extrinsic muscle of the tongue. So here is a palatoglossus. So let's see the details of this palatoglossus. The location of the palatoglossus is within a fold of mucous membrane. It is called as palatoglossal fold. If we open our oral cavity, you can open your oral cavity and see in mirror yourself. It will be like this. Okay. The floor of the oral cavity has got tongue. Okay. The roof of the oral cavity has got hard palate. The posterior part of the hard palate, there is one soft curtain, which is like this. It's called as soft palate. The soft palate has got one conical projection in the middle. It's called the uvula. This soft palate is connected to the tongue by an arch. It's called palatoglossal arch. Same soft palate is connected to the pharynx by another arch. It's called palatopharyngeal arch. Please note, this is a palatoglossal arch and this is the palatopharyngeal arch. So between the two arches there is a triangular depression in the lateral wall of oropharynx, and in this triangular depression there is tonsils, and these tonsils are called as palatine tonsil. So the location of palatine tonsil is between palatoglossal and palatopharyngeal arch. So where is this palatoglossus muscle? Within the palatoglossal arch. Okay. So this palatoglossal muscle will be there connecting the soft palate with the tongue. Of course, the lateral margin of the tongue at the junction between anterior 2/3 and posterior 1/3. So let's see the origin and insertion. Within the soft palate there is one framework. It's called as palatine aponeurosis. So this muscle definitely takes origin from soft palate, but from which area? If you want marks in the exam, you have to write palatine aponeurosis. Of course, it's the oral surface because tongue is towards oral cavity, right? So the palatine aponeurosis will have two surfaces, oral surface and pharyngeal surface. So this muscle is palatoglossus. So it will take origin from palatine aponeurosis from oral surface. It descends downwards and laterally, of course, to the lateral border of the tongue. I already told you this, at the junction between the oral part, that is the anterior 2/3 of tongue, and the pharyngeal part, which is the posterior 1/3 of the tongue. So the insertion is to the lateral margin of the tongue at the junction between oral part and pharyngeal part. What is action? It pulls the tongue upwards and backwards. Like it pulls the tongue like this, upwards and backwards. So what happens? The oral cavity gets closed because the tongue is going towards palate. So it closes this junction. It is called as oropharyngeal isthmus. The junction between the oral cavity and oropharynx is called like that, oropharyngeal isthmus. So what happens? The food which is there in oral cavity has gone to your oropharynx. It can't come back now because the palatoglossus has pulled the tongue upwards and backwards, closing the oropharyngeal isthmus. So this is an important action during deglutition. Otherwise what happens? Food will go into the pharynx and will come back from the oropharynx back, and it will be like playing a table tennis over there. So therefore the table tennis like action will be prevented by the palatoglossus, which pulls the tongue towards the palate, upwards and backwards, closing the oropharyngeal isthmus. The nerve supply is very interesting. All the muscles of the tongue will be supplied by this nerve coming underneath the tongue. It's called hypoglossal nerve, except this muscle. The muscle name is palatoglossus. So this palatoglossus is a muscle of palate and a muscle of tongue actually. So therefore it is supplied by either the nerve of palate or the nerve of tongue. In this case, the palatoglossus is supplied by the nerve of the soft palate, which is the accessory nerve or the 11th cranial nerve. Whereas all the other muscles of the tongue are supplied by hypoglossal nerve, but not palatoglossus. Very important point for examination purpose as well and clinical purpose also. So whenever you are asking a patient to swallow, if you are checking for this movement of the tongue upwards and backwards, you are actually testing this nerve, accessory nerve. You are not testing the hypoglossal nerve. If you want to test the hypoglossal nerve, you should tell the patient to push the tip of your tongue towards the cheek, and you have to palpate from the outside of the cheek of the patient. Just place your finger on the patient's cheek. Ask the patient to push your fingers with the help of the tongue. If he is able to do so, that means his hypoglossal nerve is intact or normal. Okay, that means his tongue muscles are working effectively. In summary, the extrinsic muscles of the tongue are 4 in number. On either side of the tongue there will be 4 in number. Okay, they are from styloid process to the tongue, styloglossus. From the palate, soft palate towards the tongue, palatoglossus. From the superior genial tubercle of the mandible towards the tongue, genioglossus. From the upper aspect of the hyoid bone towards the lateral margin of tongue, hypoglossal. All these are extrinsic muscles, and today we learnt about palatoglossus. The action of muzzle is it elevates the tongue upwards and backwards so that the oral cavity is closed. Okay, so the food can't come back into the oral cavity, it goes back into the pharynx. Kindly like this video and share this video. Don't forget to press the thumbs up button. Share this video with your friends. Subscribe to my channel and press the bell button to get the latest notification of videos. Thank you once again.